Yo, what's up, guys? Beside me here, a special challenge right here for content creators and the community. If you'd like to participate in it, is telling us to go into the Demon Lord clan boss and showcase this champion, this new legendary champion we are all getting for free, or you have it by now if you logged in for 7 days into your account. The Septic Swamp challenge is what is on right now, and we have to showcase this champion in the best light possible. That is going to be the Ultra Nightmare clan boss. I read out some of the challenge rules, and you, the viewers, get to win some awesome resources, some awesome rewards if you also stay tuned to this video and find out how you can enter for these giveaways, right? So first off, the challenge rules: we must fight these battles on Ultra Nightmare. A Xenomorph must be on the team. Xenomorph poison or his poison must deal the majority of the damage, so we can't come in here with our weak swell and crazy comps and do bigger damage than Xenomorph. He must be the showcase champion right here in this Ultra Nightmare. Sure, other players, other champions can support him in this battle, but definitely his damage should outshine everybody else, right? Your account, it's a lot of fun. No mythical champion, no duplicates. Immediately I had no duplicates. I'm like, oh no, do I have to build an entirely new clan boss team? Because if you know anything about my account, this is my team. I currently use duplicates, so I wanted to just take out Pain. Pain is my current damage dealer in Clan Boss Ultra Nightmare, but I wanted to take her out and then replace her with Xenomorph. But because of this no duplicates challenge, I now have to figure out how I'm going to speed tune this, and I did not have enough time to speed tune them, because right now the speed tune is going to run all the way to the end. But if I take out one of these Maneater, I don't know if I'm going to have a replacement right here to speed tune it to work, or enough time to make it happen. So pardon if my damage or if my team does not go all the way to the end, but I still wanted to participate in this challenge right here to see how far I can go, right? I've not run the battle or anything. I've not even tested out Xenomorph. I just built him out, spent books on him for this challenge, yes, because I think the A3, which is the main damage dealing ability apart from the A1, was needed to be booked for him to do any bigger challenge in this battle. So I wanted to really help him for that. Spending my books without CVC, PR CVC was a painful one for me. But hopefully the resources we get in get back as participating can make up for it a little bit, right? Because we're going to book him anyways in the future. Now, you can either manual the battle, auto it, or do quick battle. I'm going to have to run quick battle on this one. That's why I'm explaining everything as it goes. Or maybe I should run auto battle so you can see the run, how it goes all the way to the until when it fails, because it might fail due to the fact that I'm not using double Maniters to always stop the stuns and not allow anybody to die. But I did bring in the place of Maneater another champion who is going to be doing what do you call it now? Unkillable buffs or block damage from it. So that's going to be a big. You can either auto, or you must include the total damage. See your own account. That's the best server for this type. So those are the rules right here that we have to follow. If you want to participate in this challenge, you don't have to follow the exact same. I'll tell you about the rules if you want to participate and what you have to say in the comment section. Yeah, that's what we are currently doing right here. And since I'm not doing duplicates, I'm switching to a different team that I put together that I've not yet tested to see if it works. But hopefully it will still work the same thing like a double Maneater team, right? Because MX is supposed to also be doing block damage, or can't always stop the stuns like the other Maneater can do. I wanted to even bring in a different champion right here to stop the stuns, like another champion that have block buff, but then I'll lose out on the available that I also allow me to stay longer in the battle. So this is the team I'm going to use to fight this battle. Hopefully it works out just fine. It's not beating anything, but it's just going to run accordingly. But before I go into this, let me show you the stats of these champions so you can see how I built Xenomorph. He's the champion we're trying to showcase right here, so we can not help but talk about him. He's going to be the main attraction in this show. So he's here for the one purpose only. This champion does a ton of poisons on this A1 and on the passive. So when he hits with that A1, it places up to what? How many poisons? Places a 5% poison debuff for 2 turns. Places 5% poison debuff if the attack is critical. So he will always crit right there. I'm fighting it on the clan boss is currently on void affinity, right? On spirit affinity, which is fine for me. So he's currently magic affinity, so which is going to be, he's always going to crit the clan boss, but you don't get 3% of course. So that's one thing that is kind of noticeable right here that will work to my advantage. I've seen other people try to fight the same challenge and they are trying to do it on force affinity, while Xenomorph is magic affinity. That's means your A1 will not be critting all the time. So take note when you're fighting the clan boss, if it switches to force, you might not get the full advantage of these poisons, stacking up the 3 poisons each time. The next skill that I will use here in this battle is mostly the A2, and this one attacks 2 times, deals 15% more damage for each poison. I've seen these hits go for 200k hit, that's about 400k right here whenever this hit is used, so that's huge. It's not millions of damage, but it's still big enough for you to get the clan boss Demolord Ultra Nightmare damage requirements. So him alone as a damage dealer can get this done. But my Seeker, my Maneaters, and everybody else still have their crit rate maxed out at 100 and still have their crit damage going for them. So I'll show their stats in this other page right here. I think their stats are better showed here, all of them at the same time, so you can see them all in one place. So that's the MX stat right here. That's the MX stats, 241. I built in the same speed as the previous Maneater that was in that place, so maybe it can work in that same place, but I don't know about the speed tune whether it will work. And then this other second Maneater is here with 268 speed. You can see the crit rate and crit damage, right? It's not like 300 crit damage, but 205 is still a little bit of contribution for the damage. Even my little Painkeeper right here doing the reset for us has 278 crit damage and 96 crit rate. So everybody's trying to add a little bit of damage from the 246. Seeker, 100% crit rate. To do a 1 key Ultra Nightmare, everybody in the team most of the time have to have some crit damage. If not, you really can't hit that big damage numbers you're looking for. And now for the man of the hour, Xenomorph is at over 100 crit rate, because I was leveling up gear later and it passed over the 100 mark, and then 316 on the crit damage right here. So 351 speed, 351 accuracy, way more than I need for this content. I was trying to push up to 7k attack, but then no, it wasn't possible. I did put this champion in my best, I wouldn't say my best damage dealing set, but normally when you want to build a champion like this, you want to go with the highest damage dealing set, which is supposed to be merciless. But for my clan boss champions, I don't like to use my best set for them. Like my Fane is not rocking my best set on the account, so take note of that. If you want to build your clan boss team and hit that 1 key mark, of course you build your best set. But for this content or gear that will be on this champion for long, I just put random gear on them. But hopefully this is enough damage to get me to the mark where I need to be to get that 1 key Ultra Nightmare cup that I'm looking for. So that's 6-piece merciless, and I mixed some 1-2-0 with it, right? Just to get the stats requirements for crit rate, crit down. All right, like I said, I'm not gonna run quick battle. Should I run quick battle? Let me run 1 quick battle to see how it goes. Because I really let me see normal battle first and see, understand what because I know this team is not split team, so people will get stunned at the wrong time, will not be able to block the damage all the time. But we are hoping that we can do the 1 key before people begin to die. Is Spain supposed to do that reset skill so fast? I feel like she wasted it. So if you want a speed tune team, you might want to actually work on those old speed tune teams we've seen on Deadwood Jedi website, still work up till now, and you just have to take note of the turns these champions are taking at the right time and set it in your team preset and make it happen for yourself. For now, I'm just gonna run this one and see how it goes. All right, so while this is running, I'll just get myself off screen and I'll be back when this run is over. At maybe I'll even fast forward it a little bit. Hopefully it gets up to, is it what I'm looking for? Is 70k? I mean 70 million or 80 million for 1 key. I think it's about a little bit over 70 million. All right, let's let it run all the way and see the final result, where Xenomorph being the main damage dealer right here. See how many poisons we have on the boss. And then when it goes in with the A2, and all this reset is always making him use the A2, and the passive is landing the poison. You can notice that the A1 is not the one we're using to land the poison. It's mostly his passive that is stacking up the poison. That's an A1 thing. Nice. So the speed tune is working. Emic is being the target. I hope the speed tune works. Xenomorph going on for the A2. There it is. But that A2 does damage based on the number of poisons on the boss, and that poison was not enough. The passive stacking up poison again. And I see the boss is getting weak hits on us. That means it's a good thing also. 8 million already. At 7 tons. I think we can do this. Got degree speed. Didn't block the debuffs. of going in for that A2. Emic being the target, but this time he got stunned. That's not good. Maneater did that skill late. Like I said, it's not a speed tune team. Hopefully Emic can tank long enough for us to get a 1 clean up back here. Alright, I'll be back at the end of the run. All right. That's the max turn limit before we got all nuked by the boss. Did not hit the 1 key requirement though. Did not hit the Ultra Nightmare 1 key requirement. I'm sure of that. Damn. But I'm surprised that team lasted that long. We just did not do enough damage. I think we're missing out on some debuffs. I was missing out on decreased defense. I was missing out on weaken. That's two things that Fane, the champion who I normally use in that team, puts up by herself, which boosts her damage up to that 91 or 100 million damage that she normally uses to 1 key Ultra Nightmare for me as the damage dealer in that slot. So while a Fane can do it by herself with all the help from all the other ones, Xenomorph is missing out on those 2 debuffs that are kind of essential for you to do more damage. It's not all about poisons, I think. You also need to do some pure damage from your crit rate and crit damage, and that's for weaken and decrease defense, 2 debuffs that are missing out here in this team. Now, if I do put it out there, I'm sure Xenomorph can ramp up his damage higher than that, so to reach the 1 kill requirement. But I just wanted to focus on the unkillable criteria first and forget about any other debuffs requirement, because if you bring in some other damage like along with Xenomorph that brings in either the decrease defense or the weaken, and do with any of them. I think we had a weaken on the team, I forget. Alright, so that's my entry for this Raid Content Creator Challenge right here. Not the highest damage I was expecting, but I was also shocked that we survived all the way to the turn count limit, because this is not my normal team. Normally I have a double Maneater in there along with a Fane. So if I go over there, yeah, bro, you've probably seen that team, but we're not here to showcase those other teams. We're here to showcase what Xenomorph can do for you in the clan boss. He cannot do it solo. I mean, you cannot do it alone. You have to pair this champion with a second damage dealer. Even when we used to normally use Frozen Banshee as our source of poison, sometimes you bring in another poison champion along with her, or a HP bomb from Geomancer or something. So you must pair with these poison champions with somebody else always, and not rely on only their poisons as a way of doing damage to the Demon Lord clan boss, although it's a significant damage. 38 million right here, as you can see. And here, that's my entry right here. If you want to enter for this challenge, all you have to do is comment the magic word. The magic word is going to be Septic Swarm. Septic Swarm is the magic word. Normally put a normal comment as you normally would, include a code, but let your normal comment have somewhere in it that has Septic Swarm. That's how you enter for this giveaway, right? Let me talk about the giveaway rewards in case you don't know what is coming up to you. 5 winners in the comment section will be selected to get 1 legendary skill tome, 1 rank 5 chicken, 200 energy, 4th set of multi-battle attempts, and that's it. I know this is not my best damage for this champion, but I just wanted to enter for this challenge so you, the viewers, get to win these awesome rewards, and I also get something back in return. Thank you, Raid, for making us actually build out and test out this champion, because you know one thing about these champions they give to us, we get them and we just leave them in there, you know, piling up dust in the vault, and we never really have an opportunity to test them out in any content for a very long time, or even we don't want to spend books on them because we say they are free. If they are given to us for free as a 7-day login champion, most players don't expect them to be amazing or game-changing for an endgame account. But they can be used in the right situation to help your account, especially for early game players coming in. So we have to do this type of videos to showcase these champions that are giving it for you for free, that they are actually useful in some content, if not all content. Alright, like, subscribe for more daily raid content, and good luck to your favorite content creators who are also entering for this giveaway. I'm sure they'll have crazy damage numbers than I did. I just did a small amount just for participation on rewards. But hopefully, I don't know, can I win this one? No, I don't think. I know a lot of players who speed tune their teams perfectly. I just had only the last day today to get this one done, and I had to post it right now. See you guys in the next one. Later, guys.